Okay,
So no more blues.
No more blues. Okay.
So you started with this open position 4-note voicing, right?
Yeah. Okay, got it.
Then we got B diminished 7.
Can you spell it? Play one note at a time. Thank you. Yeah, great.
Most people just play E7 right here, right? E7 flat 9, and this is basically the same chord.
Okay.
So then the E7, you could do just this.
Okay.
Right, this would be 3-7 flat 9 5.
Perfect. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And then the E minor 7 flat 5, root, G minor triad.
Love it.
Right.
And then you're throwing in the flat 5 there. Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
A7 flat 9. This is how you played it too. I can also do this. Either way.
Yeah, play one note at a time if you don't mind. Just got it. Thanks.
Right, or.
Okay.
And then back to the D minor.
Okay.
Back to E minor 7. A7.
Okay.
Back to D minor. Then B minor 7 flat 5. Right, root. Go to the third, play minor triad. D minor triad.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
Right.
Nice.
Then E7 flat 9.
Okay.
Maybe this.
Yeah.
Right. The typical 7 9 3 5 for the A minor.
Okay, got it. Yeah. Okay.
Then for B flat 7 9 3 5, or in this case this one I like too, but either way.
Okay.
And then back to E minor 7 flat 5, root with a G minor triad,
Right.
and A7 flat 9.
Can you spell those out again?
Right.
Thank you. Perfect. Thanks. Yeah.
Then we repeat a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
This is all the same until it gets to A minor 7 flat 5, which is root minor triad of the third.
Gotcha,
So C
okay.
minor.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
And then D7.
Okay.
That's the same as the E7 flat 9, right? D7 flat 9.
Okay. Gotcha.
And then G minor 6.
So just the 6.
Yeah, this or this, maybe.
Okay. Okay.
A7 flat 9.
Yeah.
D minor 7, we had all that.
Yeah.
E7 flat 9. A7 flat 9.
Okay.
And then the E minor 7, you played it like this. This is a great voicing. 3 5 7 9
Okay.
11. And then again, I just drop the 7 of the E minor down a half step.
Ah, there it is.
And then there's my A7 voicing, right?
Sweet.
And then we got D major 7. This is the same voicing as the D minor voicing, right? Just adjusted for the major 7 chord quality, right? One thing that's useful in doing, in practicing, is taking a certain common shape like this, right? 3 7 9 5. That's a super common shape for jazz voicings. So I can apply this idea, this shape, to the major 7, and then I just adjust for whatever I need for the other ones, right? So major 7, dominant 7, minor 7. You see how that works? Diminished 7. It's all the same voicing. It's all the same shape. Just the size of the interval, whether it's major or minor, is adjusted depending on what I need for the other chord qualities, right? So here D major 7, then B7.
Altered, right?
Yeah. 7 3 flat 13.
Okay.
9. Back to the E minor 7. Back to A7.
Right.
And then D diminished 7 to D major 7.
Oh, you can spell this out, yes. Thank you. Okay. F sharp minor.
Then F sharp minor 7. Here, I would be careful with the 9. It's not wrong. Yeah. Here I might do the same thing that I did on the minor 7 flat 5 chords, where you play the root, you go to the 3rd, and then in this case you play major triad.
A major triad this
Right?
time. Okay.
So for minor 7 flat 5 it would be root, 3rd, minor triad,
triad,
and if
yeah.
you play major triad it's minor 7.
Easy.
Right?
So okay, so if you're playing this, would you actually be playing the F sharp if you're comping?
I might.
Because the minor 7 flat 5 you sometimes do, and then
Yeah.
maybe the minor, it's okay once in a while. Okay.
Generally speaking, more often than not, I won't play the root on something like this, but it's not wrong to do it once in a while.
All right, so what's
right?
good rootless voicing for that F sharp minor 7 then? What would you?
So, I might just do that. You can also do this as a rootless voicing, just that triad, right?
Nice.
You're
Okay.
relying that
Yeah,
the
the
bass
bass.
is playing this, right?
Sure.
If there were no bass, I would probably put the F sharp in there somewhere. The 9, this is like in jazz progressions, minor 7 chords. You 99% of the time you're safe with putting a 9 in, except on the 3 chord, right? In the key of D major, there's a 3 minor chord, right? That one is tricky because that takes you outside the key, right? Because in D,
Okay,
it's this.
yeah.
All of a sudden, and sometimes that works, and sometimes it takes you too far out the key. It's kind of a matter of experience to know when that
Right.
works. So I would be careful with whenever you. This is clearly the 3 chord in the key of D,
Right.
right?
Okay.
I would be careful. So I might do this. Sometimes I might do this. Then we got this F diminished 7, which is the same chord as the D diminished 7, which is the same chord as the B diminished
Oh,
7.
right, okay, yeah.
So you got
Interesting. Yeah.
3 different diminished 7th chord. Here B diminished 7, B diminished 7, D diminished 7, F diminished 7. They're all the same chord.
Yeah. Of course.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
We know that diminished 7th chords are symmetrical, meaning if you invert it, you get the same shape.
Yeah,
So
of course,
you
yeah.
can use the same voicing for whatever, right? So you can again use that same shape, right? And then your E minor 7 again. E7, this is different now. We had a bunch of E7s here that were altered, right? Flat
Right.
9. But now this is, and this is the 2 chord,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Sure. In D minor.
But we're in D minor.
Right.
So if you have a 2 dominant chord in a minor key, it's almost always altered, right?
Okay.
If you have a 2 chord in a major key, a 2 dominant chord in a major key, it's usually not altered.
Okay.
Except the sharp 11 is often in there, but 9. So just by virtue of this is E7 in D major, and that was E7 in D minor, I would do flat 9 in the first one and 9 in the second one.
Okay.
Because here we're in D
Yeah.
major.
Sure.
Right?
Okay. Nice.
Same voicing,
Yeah.
just
Makes sense. Yeah.
9 instead of flat 9. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
Then we got that E minor 7 flat 5 again, and A7 flat 9. Same chords,
Yeah. Okay.
right? Then we got D major 7 again, we're here, right? Letter D.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then B minor 7. You can do this, you could do this, you can do this, right?
Okay. Don't give me too many vote choices.
Okay, yeah. So maybe this,
Yeah. Okay. A, D. There we go. Okay.
right? And then again, B minor 7 to E7, that's a 2-5,
Okay. So
right?
you drop.
And since I don't need to alter this, all I need is,
Right.
right?
Okay.
All I need to be
Not
aware
this-
of where is the 7 in my chord, right?
Yeah.
If I play the minor 7 voicing, which one is the 7? It's this one here, right?
Nice.
Earlier, the 7 was in the middle. On the
Sure.
E minor 7 to A7,
Sure.
the 7 was here.
Sure.
This is the same thing except the 7 is at the bottom,
Yeah. Easy.
right? Then the F sharp 7. Do I want to alter that? Yes, because it's going to a minor chord. It's going 5-1 to B
Oh,
minor,
yeah.
right?
Good point. Okay.
That doesn't always hold true, but generally speaking,
Yeah.
if a 5-chord resolve upper 4th to minor, you want to alter it. If it doesn't, you can also alter it. If this were B major 7, I could also alter it, or I could play natural extensions. But since this goes to minor, I usually want to alter it. So I could do this,
Okay. Sounds
Right.
good. Yeah.
and then B minor 7, that's the same one we just had.
Okay. Nice.
B flat 7,
Okay.
A minor 7, D7,
Oh, nice. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Oof.
G major 7. Or let's keep it consistent.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
all this is a good learning
Yeah.
section here. I'm using almost the same voicing for all of them,
Mhm.
except the D7, right? So I'm using 7, 3, 5, 9.
Mhm. Yeah.
I'm on the B flat 7, I'm using 7, 3. I could use 5, but since it's a dominant chord, I want more action there, so I'm using 13 instead of 5.
Okay.
And 9, but it's essentially the same shape,
Right.
right? Then the A minor 7, this is the same as the B minor 7,
Sure.
same shape, 7, 3, 5, 9.
Okay.
And then now it flips for the D7, I'm using 3, 7, 9, 13,
Okay.
right? But again, from the A minor 7, here's my 7. All I do is drop the 7 to
Yeah.
the third.
Nice.
And then G major 7, I again have the same shape, 7, 3, 5, 9. 7, 3, 5, 9, 7, 3, 5, 9, 7, 3, 5, 9, 7, 3, 5, 9. It's all the same shape,
Nice.
right?
Okay.
So a big part of getting comfortable with these kinds of progression is to see these kinds of connections. Where something that looks different because it's a different chord, it's a different key, right? It's transposed, but the principle is the same,
Yeah.
right?
Nice.
G major 7, G minor 7. That right there is another example of that. 7, 3, 5, 9,
Mhm.
7, 3, 5, 9.
Nice. Okay.
The only difference is that a G minor 7 chord has a minor 7 instead of a major 7 and a minor third instead of a major third.
Sure.
But the structure is the same. 7, 3, 7, 3,
Yeah.
right? And then the F sharp minor again, same question. Do we want to put the 9 in there or not? We can if we want to.
Okay.
Then B7, we already had an altered B7. Right.
Mhm. And
And then E7 we already had,
okay.
right?
Uh-huh.
A7 sus4 in a jazz context, whenever you see a dominant sus4 chord, just think the 2 chord that goes with that. What's the 2 chord that would go with A7?
So it would be, well, the two, you're talking about B, a B.
If this is the 5 chord, what's the 2
Oh,
chord that
oh,
goes
okay,
with it?
yeah. So basically it'd be E.
E minor 7,
E minor
right?
7, yeah.
So that's what I do. I play E minor 7, except instead of the E, the bass will play A. But there's your A sus.
Okay,
A dominant
so
sus.
you got these 7, 9.
Yeah, it's the
11.
same voicing you
Yeah.
played on the E
Yeah.
on the E minor 7.
Okay, nice.
Right.
Okay.
3, 5, 7. And any good minor 7 voicing will work for the dominant sus4 chord that is part of that 2-5. Right? So whenever I see A7, I think A7 dominant sus, I think what is the 2 chord that goes with that? And then I just play this. Any E minor 7, just guide tone voicing. A7
You
sus.
just go to the 5th of the A.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
E minor 7,
Okay.
4 note voicing. A7 sus4.
Okay.
Right? Same thing. Then we got this again. This is the same as this. And all these we've had.
Okay.
All right.